Hi guys, and welcome back to quocandabi. It's just Abby again today. Today I am actually doing part 2 of getting gross, things that happened to me during pregnancy that I was not expecting. Just like I said in part 1, I am not a medical professional. This is just my personal experience and what my OB has really okayed for me and has told me is perfectly normal. If you have any questions or concerns about what's happening to your body during your pregnancy, please bring it up to your medical professional that you are working with during your pregnancy and plan on working with during your delivery. So today I'm trying out the whole like crazy makeup thing. I haven't done that forever. I don't know. If it's distracting, I'm sorry. So today I only have, let's see, 4 things I really need to cover. These last 4 things might be kind of intense for some people, might be a little uncomfortable for some people. Just letting you know, I don't know. I just wanted to give you guys a warning. They might be considered kind of inappropriate or gross. I don't know. Maybe remove the children from the room. I'm not sure. So the first thing I want to talk about in part 2 is very moist lady bits during pregnancy. So first trimester, it was pretty much normal. No like abnormal amounts of discharge or anything like that. But once I started getting more into the second trimester, I started getting a lot more discharge down there. Very wet. Also, I feel like it was a little bit of a stronger smell, but I think that's just a combination of it being more discharge and also my sense of smell being way more sensitive. This is due to, or at least what my OB has told me, this is due to a spike in your hormones. This is normal during pregnancy. This happens to a lot of women. And I definitely was not expecting it. I did not realize that discharge changes down there. It can change even in consistency and color, things like that. Now again, if you have any concerns, please bring it up with your OB because it could be a sign of an infection or something like that, which is no good. But for the most part, a lot of it is very normal and I had no idea. It's getting to the point, and it's gotten a little bit better, but it got to the point where I had to like change my underwear in the middle of the day because yeah. Okay, the next thing is lots of congestion, phlegm, snot, boogers. So something I did not know going into pregnancy is that it is very common, very common for people to feel congested and have tons of phlegm in their throat and to want to hawk loogies and blow their nose all the time. I had no idea. I was not expecting this at all. First trimester, this was super crazy in the first trimester for me. I feel like my throat constantly had like a ball of phlegm in it. My nose, I still get kind of congested. I go like this a lot throughout the day. You probably heard me doing it a lot in the first video too. I feel like I'm blowing my nose a lot. It's very bizarre. I mean, it's normal. My OB said it was normal. It's just, again, from hormones. So yeah, it's very normal. I've also experienced like allergy symptoms too, like sinus pain, itchy eyes. It's just from your hormones. It's so crazy. She said it's super normal, runny nose, congestion, phlegm in your throat. I was hawking loogies left and right the first trimester. It's gotten a little bit better second trimester. That's just me. But I still have to clear my throat, if you will, every once in a while. Okay, the next thing is the thing that I'm the most nervous to talk about because unfortunately in our society, and not everyone, and that's a good thing, not everyone is embarrassed of this, and we shouldn't be embarrassed of this at all, but arousal levels. Yeah, I knew going into pregnancy, and maybe some people don't, and that's totally fine, but again, this is just my personal experience. I knew going into pregnancy that a lot of women experience spiked arousal in pregnancy because your hormones are going insane, and they're the same hormones that are in charge of your sex drive. So it makes sense. First trimester, was not interested at all in having sex, was not interested at all in taking care of things at all in any sense or in any way. But second trimester, it was like one day, I swear, I was just like, let's go. Like it was a lot. And for me personally, it was kind of hard because, for one, I didn't feel like myself, you know, like I didn't feel like normal Abby in the sense that, you know, I could usually just do like 2 to 3 times a week. My partner and I would have sex or whatever, and I was fine, or I wouldn't really get in the mood during the day ever. But now all of a sudden it's like I'm in the mood every day and it's a lot. And unfortunately, I feel, not that anyone should feel this way at all, but I feel kind of like dirty and not myself, which is unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate because it's normal and I can't help it. It's my hormones. It's just a natural response to the spike in the hormones, you know? So I'm trying to, excuse me, I'm trying to battle with that and just like give myself some grace and just keep telling myself that this is normal, you know, it's okay. It's just a natural response to my hormones. I guess I just didn't realize the intensity of what it could be. And I didn't realize that it's like your sexual needs change in pregnancy too. At least mine have. Mine definitely have. Maybe not everyone, but mine have definitely changed in the sense that I am never in the mood at night, which is when my partner and I used to have sex. So I'm never in the mood at night. And I'm only ever in the mood in the morning and during the daytime, in the afternoon, usually. Not that I don't enjoy it with my partner, and I always enjoy it with my partner, but it's one of those things that like when I peak is in the morning and during the afternoon. And that's been challenging because my partner works just a normal 9 to 5, so he's busy during the day. So it's just been challenging for me to try to figure out, okay, well, how can we kind of manage this and still include him? And he's been very understanding and supportive and isn't like, you know, feeling like weirded out by it or anything like that. Like he totally understands that it's just my hormones, I'm pregnant, like this just looks different right now, and that's okay. Another thing I wasn't expecting too with that is that vaginal sex, vaginal penetration, for me has been really kind of uncomfortable. I still want to do it because I still want to have sex with my husband, with my partner, but it's physically can be very uncomfortable. Things are just a lot more crowded down there. You have a lot more pressure going on down there because there is a growing life inside of you. So it just feels different, and can be really uncomfortable. There's a lot of pressure. So that's another thing that I mean, it makes sense. It totally makes sense, but I had no idea it was even a thing going into pregnancy. The only thing I had heard is that pregnant women are horny. That's it. I hadn't heard that your sexual needs change, and that the feeling of having vaginal sex can feel a lot different and can even be uncomfortable. I had no idea. So I guess that wasn't that bad to talk about. It is what it is, right? The last thing that I want to talk about today, this is going to be a much shorter video than part 1. The last thing I want to talk about is leaking nipples. We all know this happens during pregnancy, right? I hope. I think most people do anyway. Your nipples leak and they get sore. And especially in the first trimester, my whole breasts were very sore and tender. That was just hormones, right? Like your breasts start reacting to the hormone surge in your body. But what I didn't know is that your nipples can start getting sore again when they start leaking. At least mine have. My breast and nipples stopped hurting, and then as soon as they started leaking again, it's not my whole chest area, it's just my nipples. My nipples are really, really sensitive right now and kind of painful. And yeah, they're leaking, which I didn't really know this either, is that, which this is probably obvious to a lot of people. I have no idea. But I didn't know that you only leak colostrum at first, which is a clear substance, or it can be yellowish, it can be whitish, it can be all different kinds of colors. Mine is clear, mine is completely clear, which my OB said is totally fine. But yeah, I thought that you started producing milk, like actual breast milk, when you started leaking before your baby was born. No, not the case at all. You produce colostrum first, and then, which is kind of like the substance that turns into milk, I guess. And then after your baby is born, hopefully, your body will start producing breast milk. This usually happens, I think, like a day or two after your baby is born. Your breasts start leaking actual milk that your baby can eat. However, your baby can eat the colostrum, I believe, as soon as they come out of the womb. As soon as they come out, I think you can start breastfeeding. I'll insert something down here, I'm not really sure. But I'm pretty sure your baby at first eats the colostrum, the clear or yellowish substance that is leaking out of your nipples, and then will start eating the breast milk that your body produces for your baby. I've also had some swollen lumps around my breasts, just like tiny little lumps. This is I think the mammary glands, if I looked it up correctly, that are swelling and preparing for holding that milk. Just a reaction to the hormones, getting ready, preparing for breast milk. Also, my breasts have been experiencing, and my nipples areola area have been experiencing some peeling, some dryness, and some itchiness. I've been having to put lotion on them. This is turning kind of like weirdly sexual. I've been having to put lotion on them every night because they get itchy. My breast and my belly are very itchy because they're growing and they're stretching. So with that comes dryness and itchiness and even some peeling around those areas that are stretching. All right, guys, so that is all I have for gross pregnancy things. Gross, right? Pregnancy things that have happened to me so far in my pregnancy. I will be 26 weeks in 2 days. Oh my God, in 2 days, I'll be 26 weeks. And then at 27 weeks, I'll be in the 3rd trimester. It's like so crazy. So I only have like 3 months left of my pregnancy. I will give you guys an update of like what 3rd trimester is like when I'm further along before she's born, obviously. And I'm hoping that we can post some other videos in between now and then. Not just me talking about weird things that have happened in my body. Hopefully we can post some videos of Quack being involved as well, because this is called quocandabi. Oh, also, I wanted to tell you guys too, something we found out about memory foam. So if you watched our very first video that we posted on this channel, we talked about how we made a crib mattress out of old memory foam from a twin mattress that we had. Don't do that. We looked it up. Memory foam is terrible for babies, for infants, for newborns in particular. First of all, it's too squishy. The indentation is too intense. So they can like get folded and sunken in and they can suffocate. Also, it gets too hot. Newborns, babies cannot regulate their own body temperature yet. So the memory foam gets way too hot and they can overheat. So yeah, definitely do not use memory foam, okay? Gosh, I really hope I didn't put too many ideas into too many people's heads. But hopefully those people looked it up anyway and found it out. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know, don't use memory foam for babies. It's very, very bad. So definitely not gonna be showing that. We're still probably gonna use some leftover memory foam for cushions for our rocking chair. So maybe we'll show that. We kind of wanted to do some reaction videos maybe together, or maybe we could do a video on his experience of what it's like to be like a husband supporting a pregnant wife, like what that's been like. So any ideas that you guys have or want to see, let us know. I would be very interested to know, and that would help us out. And yeah, hopefully we can post again soon. No promises. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. And until next time, I hope you stay very well. Thank you. Bye.